So, today we're talking about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's new album. That's something I refuse to sing. Flight B741. This is their first album since the Silver Cord last year, and the time in between these releases will be around 10 months, which is like 5 years in Giz time. So, here's what we know. We have the album cover, which is this awesome piece of a bunch of pigs on a flying plane of sorts, sculpted by Jason Galea, who has made their album covers ever since the start, and made many of their music videos. Speaking of music videos, the talk of the town is the new music video for Les Risques, which is the first single off of this album. The video is directed by Guy Tyzak and features the band hanging around an old airplane hangar. There's a variety of vintage planes. The music video feels very, very fun, but the thing that people are talking about the most is the song, and more importantly, the vocals on the song, which are Cavs. Cavs has vocals on the song, which is insane, right? Because this is Cavs' vocal debut, and if you haven't heard it yet, well, go listen. It's got a really nice deepness that I cannot wait to see more of on the album. The song actually features the vocals of every member, which according to Stu, we should be expecting more of. He said he wanted to have as many lead vocalists as he could on this album, which is definitely going to be an interesting take. I'm very curious how each vocal part is going to be incorporated without, kind of overdoing it or making it too erratic, but we'll see. I do like what they do on Les Risques, so if there's more songs in that vein, then I will definitely enjoy it. Speaking of the album sound, we actually know quite a bit. In that quote, Stu also said that the collaboration was occurring in the room. It was free, and everyone was bringing in songs and ideas, as well as mentioning that this would be their most collaborative effort yet. Personally, I think that's great news, and based on the single, it is. I genuinely want to hear how each band member incorporates their specific style within the songs. And also, I think it'll be quite a fun little game to guess which member included what part. Obviously, it'll be in the credits somewhere, but still. We also know that lyrically, it'll be at least loosely based off of early Steve Miller Band and The Band. Two bands that I have quite a lot of love for, so I'm very excited about that. And as for the track list, we have that too. It'll be on the screen here. We obviously heard Les Risques, but also live recordings of most of these songs. But the only ones that we currently do not have any recording of is Antarctica and Hog Calling Contest. So I'm very excited to hear those when they are eventually released live. But the only studio song that we've heard is Les Risques because the album is not out yet. As for the actual release of the album, it will be on vinyl and CD, as is tradition, and obviously on streaming. It will be the first album released on their new label P Doom Records, and will be the first recent Giz release not on Flightless Records. It's definitely an interesting switch, although I don't think it actually will affect the quality of the record or anything. I think it'll still be just King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, hopefully with some quality pressing on the vinyl and CD, but we shall see. And that's basically it at this point. Discussion-wise, within the community, I've been seeing a lot of people relating it to Fishing for Fishies, rightfully so, because of the very obvious blues rock inspiration, because it is blues rock, and it definitely sounds like Fishing for Fishies at a lot of parts. I personally think it sounds a lot like the Allman Brothers Band or ZZ Top, with some modern Giz inspiration. And I love both of those bands, so I'm very excited to see how this album turns out. I've also seen some people saying it sounds like Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava, and I can hear that. I think it's a little bit less obvious than Fishing for Fishies, but I do hear that inspiration, at least somewhat. But I think it'll be very, very different from both of those records because of the amount of collaboration that we should expect from this record. This is the album that each member of the band really, really shines, and I'm really excited for that because I love every member of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and so I cannot wait to see each of them do their own thing and work within their own space to make, I'm sure, something very, very great. The main vibe that I'm getting from this album is fun. All the songs have been quite fun so far, especially Les Risques. I mean, look at the music video. They're having so much fun. Personally, I cannot wait for that. The final thing we have is a release date, August 9th. So mark your calendars. I sure will. But I want this to be a discussion. Tell me in the comments what you think about the new album, any predictions, any songs you're looking forward to based off of the title, or anything really. And yeah, that'll be it. Tell me everything in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.